Welcome to EasyEuge, the channel to help you to learn maths super easy, super fast. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to add decimal numbers of all sizes. So if you're ready, let's get started. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click like on this video. And make sure that you watch all the way through to the end for question of the day. Let's start with question 1, which is 0.2 plus 0.4. So we know these are decimal numbers because they have a decimal point in each of the numbers, 0.2 and 0.4. So we'll start by writing it down. And the trick to adding decimal numbers is to make sure that the decimal point is vertically above any other decimal point, and this helps to keep the decimal place value correct. So let's start with this nice simple one, 0.2, we'll add on 0.4 and we'll draw our answer line. So you can see I've kept the decimal point directly above the decimal point of the second number, and this helps to keep the place value correct. So we just simply move the decimal point down to below the line, and then we add. So 2 and 4 is 6, and 0 and 0 is 0. So there you go, the answer is 0.6. Let's move on to the next example. What would you do if you had 0.3 plus 0.45? So the first thing we do is we write it down. There's 0.3, and remember, keep the decimal point in the same place. So 0.45 would be 0.45. So we'll keep the decimal points directly above each other to keep the place value correct. And we're going to add. That's the plus symbol right there. So you'll see that we don't have a number here. This is blank. So when we have a blank, we're allowed to add a 0, because 0.3 has the same value as 0.30. And now let's add. 0 and 5 is 5. 3 and 4 is 7. The decimal point just carries straight down. 0 and 0 is 0. And there you go. The answer is 0.75. Let's move on to the next example, slightly harder. 1.23 plus 4. Now 4 doesn't look like a decimal number, so we'll have to convert it into 1. So we'll start by writing down 1.23, and we're going to add on the number 4. So 4 is the same as 4.00. And we draw our answer line, and then we simply move the decimal point to below the line. Let's always keep that in the same place, and then we'll add. 3 plus 0 is 3, 2 plus 0 is 2, 1 plus 4 is 5, and the answer is 5.23. Okay, and the last example is 3.56, and we're going to add on 0.159. Now remember to keep the decimal point in the same place. So let's add on 0.159, and we'll draw our answer line. Remember, if we have a blank space, we can add in a 0, and we simply move the decimal point down, and then do what that symbol says, add. 0 and 9 is 9. 6 and 5, and this is gone over 10. 6 and 5 is 11, so we write down 1, and we carry the 1. 5 plus 1 is 6, plus the 1 we carried is 7. And we move to the last one, 3 plus 0 is 3. So the answer is 3.719. This next example is 6.23 plus 3.91. So before we start adding decimal numbers, I'd like to show you another method called rounding. So before we start, let's have a look at this first decimal number here, 6.23. That's about 6, isn't it? It's approximately 6. So these squiggly lines mean it's about 6. And 3.91, if we were to round that up to the nearest unit, what would that be? Well, it's very close to 4. So that's about 4. We'll do a few squiggly lines and we'll say it's about 4. And if we add something that's about 6 to something that's approximately 4, the answer will be something that's approximately 10. So we know straight away before we do the calculation that our answer should be about 10. So let's do the addition of decimal numbers using the method that we've just learned. So we write down 6.23 and we will add on, and remember to keep the decimal point in the same place. We'll add on 3.91 and we'll draw our answer line. You move the decimal point straight down and you go straight to doing what that says, adding. 3 plus 1 is 4, and we're finished with that line. 2 plus 9 is 11, so that's 1, and we carry the little 1. 6 plus 3 is 9, plus the 1 we carried is 10. So the answer is exactly 10.14. This is the correct answer, and it's approximately 10. So it's a helpful way to check that your answer is right. Welcome to Question of the Day. What is 2.4 plus 0.16? So this is a decimal number plus a decimal number. So remember to use what you've learned in the video, and the key is to keep the decimal point in the same place when you're adding decimals. That helps to keep the place value correct. So give this a try, and when you get your answer, leave it in the comments of the video. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you liked the video, and we'll see you again in the next video.